First of all, in the eyes of NATO, Russia is the main obstacle in the creation of unipolar hegemony. So Russia, in spite of all, in spite of many lack of understanding of the laws of geopolitics or of the new Western civilization, and in spite of that, Russia, being sovereign country and fighting for conservation and defense of its sovereignty, it is the obstacle. So it is obstacle for the hegemony, and that is the reason why the West is absolutely now united, almost all the West against us. So that we are obstacle on the road of the globalization, of the global liberal hegemony, and the Western strategists understand that very well. And they use all the fields, economic field, traditional military warfare field now in Ukraine, supplying weapons of all kinds to Ukrainians, but use as well cognitive warfare, because the huge part of Russian political class, of Russian elite, is totally engaged in the Western way of thinking. They have their money outside of Russia. They share the global patterns of Western way of thought and way of life. So they are already, in spite of themselves, a kind of unit fighting inside of on the other side of the front, inside of our society. And we could not identify them as spies, for example, because they are military unit of the kind of the war. We don't understand. We know nothing about that. And all the liberals in Russia, all the most part of the Russian political elite are unconscious or conscious fighters against Russian sovereignty, because they belong to the field, to the texture, to the text controlled by the NATO, by the West,